So you want to know, what should you look for in health insurance? Well, this video is all about what you should look for in health insurance. Welcome to HEALTHdrum. I'm Dr. Bert Vorstman, a urological surgeon and former researcher, and this channel is all about routine medical conditions, self-care, and digital health, so you can be informed and in control of your healthcare needs. If this is your first time on the channel and you like to get fact-based healthcare, hit the subscribe button for me. It's free. Also, HEALTHdrum is for educational and informational purposes only and not a substitute for professional medical advice. The links to the disclaimer and the material in this video are in the description below. Okay, let's get on with it and sort fact from fiction. So before determining what you should look for in a health plan, let's check some of the advantages and disadvantages of health insurances. So here's a screenshot of some of the possible advantages of health insurances, and they include access to care, some protection against major medical expenses, peace of mind, possible tax benefits for employers, and possible maternity and chronic disease coverage. Now let's check some of the possible disadvantages of health insurance plans. So health insurance plans also have a number of possible disadvantages, such as high premium costs, confusing contracts, non-covered services or coverage restrictions, narrow provider networks, out-of-pocket expenses, and surprise bills. As well, there may be appointment delays and claims denials. Other disadvantages include the facts that health plans have failed to control costs, failed to improve overall health, and failed to prevent medical debt. So what should you look for in a health plan? So these are some of the items you should be considering when comparing health plans. These include what's covered, any additional benefits, cost and quality of the plans, plan types such as HMO, PPO, and so on, as well as flexibility and restrictions of these plans. Remember, healthcare is financially driven, and not all health plans are equal, and some are actually subpar. Subpar health insurance plans are commonly more affordable, but usually come with more barriers and restrictions to healthcare access and to healthcare delivery. Now let's look at the coverage and benefits category. So for coverage and benefits, you should ensure that your preferred physicians, specialists, and hospitals are in the network. Also check drug coverage, especially for any medications that you may be taking. As well, look at preventive and screening services that you may need. So let's look at health insurance plan costs. And remember, not all plans are equal. Health plans come with costs called premiums that are paid by you so you can get access to care. A deductible is the amount that you pay before the insurance kicks in. Now, many healthcare consumers and employers now choose high deductible health plans so that their health premiums are more affordable. Also, check on co-pays and other out-of-pocket expenses and non-covered services. In terms of health plan costs, most consumers pay more in premiums than they use in services, and most consumers with high deductible health plans never meet their deductible. So what types of health plans are there? So this is a broad category of health plan types. The HMO or Health Maintenance Organization usually requires referrals and has in-network providers. Then there's the PPO or Preferred Provider Organization, which has more flexibility but higher costs for out-of-network care. Then there's the EPO or Exclusive Provider Organization that does not require referrals but must use in-network providers. And then there's the POS or Point of Service, which requires referrals but allows out-of-network care at higher cost. Also, there are high deductible health plans, which millions of consumers and employers are using these days. Now, although these plans have higher out-of-pocket costs, they're much more affordable and enable consumer-directed care while patients pay for their routine care before meeting their deductible. However, most people with high deductible plans never meet their deductible, so wind up paying for most of their routine care. Also check to see if these health plans have additional benefits when comparing one to another. There may be additional benefits that some health plans provide, such as telehealth or telemedicine services, mental health and wellness services, dental and vision coverage, maternity and family planning, and rehabilitation services. However, for many plans, these are add-ons and cost extra. What about restrictions and barriers to healthcare access? So many health plans come with restrictions such as narrow provider networks, the need for referrals, pre-approvals and authorizations. There may be a rationing of the number of visits allowed for a certain condition, and there may be limits to coverage outside of your geographical area, and some plans have limits on pre-existing conditions. Also, some plans have items that are excluded from coverage. So do your homework. So many consumers and employees have high deductible health plans. How do they work? So a high deductible health plan has a deductible, meaning that you pay a certain amount until your insurance kicks in. The minimum deductible allowed is $1,500. The benefit of a high deductible health plan is that it lowers your health plan premium costs. A high deductible health plan also makes you eligible for HSA or health savings accounts, and the out-of-pocket max for a high deductible plan is $7,500. The beauty of the high deductible health plan is that it allows you to be in total control of your routine healthcare needs while you still have the benefit of major medical coverage. So how much medical care does a typical patient use in a year? So many employers have their employees on high deductible health plans or on self-funded plans. Most healthcare consumers visit a doctor 2 to 3 times per year. Now, the average urgent care visit is about $150, so 3 urgent care visits in a year is about $450. On the other hand, the minimum deductible is $1,500, and this means that most consumers with high deductible health plans cash pay for much of their routine care. However, the important thing is that although 80 to 90% of all the health care delivered is generally affordable routine office-based and outpatient care, you're still covered for major medical issues. Also, 50% of the population consumes only 3% of healthcare dollars. This means that many people have few healthcare needs, while some have a lot of healthcare needs. So is there an easy way to cash pay for all these routine care services before you meet your high deductible health plan? So the digital health platform has many benefits and advantages. It can feature 80 to 90% of all the healthcare services ever needed, and this is all the routine and generally affordable office-based and outpatient care. The digital platform can provide an easy book and pay system. This provides more flexibility and convenience for consumers and less barriers and restrictions to access. Clearly, these are very attractive features and advantages for those on high deductible or self-funded plans. Let's look at a digital health marketplace platform. So this is a screenshot of the HEALTHdrum homepage. It features generally affordable routine office-based and outpatient services, physicians, specialists, and other practitioners in the Tri-County or South Florida region. The site has a standard header and footer section. In the body, you find a user-friendly interface that online consumers are used to. There's a search bar where you can find doctors, tests, and treatments. And because the platform is price transparent, consumers know exactly what services cost. After an appointment is requested, you can expect to hear from the practitioner chosen within a business day. After the appointment is made, the payment is released to the practitioner. The digital health platform allows you to be in total control of your routine care needs. Surprisingly, generally affordable routine health care represents 80 to 90% of all the healthcare services you will ever need. Additionally, with digital health, There are no confusing contracts and no barriers to access. Instead, the cash pay platform facilitates priority access to practitioners. Even better, there are no surprise bills. In fact, the digital health platform is highly efficient and highly convenient. So let's recap. In this video, what should I look for in health insurance? You learned that not all health insurance plans are equal. Many have barriers and restrictions, and that the digital health platform is cost transparent and without barriers and restrictions. To learn more about routine medical conditions, self-care, and digital health, check out these other videos.